Greetings, tube dwellers, and welcome! This is your host, the Madbag, with another Madbag Gamer production. I have quite the special one for you today. I just finished installing Hearthfire. Well, to be honest, I just finished running some Touching the Sky quests. Actually finishing that and Kindred Judgment off. But right before that, I got done installing Hearthfire. And you are looking at my second mage now. You'll notice he is decked in heavy armor. That's right, I'm using like a hybrid. Like a battle mage, yeah. So we'll check that out in just a second. But first, before that even, the second I logged in with this character, I happened to be in a town, and I had a courier come running up to me and give me a note that I've never had happen on any of my previous characters, meaning I'm pretty sure that it's new as of Hearthfire. Now, some of the verbiage is pretty direct to Hearthfire's content, but I'm not totally sure. So the note says, my character's name, William Wheaton. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Sidgeir, and I have the honor to be the Jarl of the proud and ancient city of Falkreath. The fame of your exploits across Skyrim has brought you to my attention. If you are interested in becoming a Thane of Falkreath Hold, I invite you to speak to me the next time you're in Falkreath. Aside from the honor that accrues the title, my Thanes are entitled to a personal housecarl. I also can tell you privately that a choice parcel of land in Falkreath would be available to you for your purchase should your services prove useful to me. I look forward to meeting you in person. I remain Jarl Sidgeir of Falkreath. Okay, so seeing this note kind of concerns me, honestly. So, the main content of Hearthfire is that you can purchase land, build a house, and create a family. Note that I'm in Falkreath right now. But you can make a family. You can have a wife. You can even literally have a kid. Okay, hold on. I think the Jarl's Hold is over this direction. Note that, of course, I am a vampire, but also note that I have the Respite perk, so I can give myself stamina back by healing myself. Very useful. And again, I'll get into the perks and such, the build of this character, later.
Yes. What is
after I try to find out what I can do with Hearthfire.
Finally, someone useful is around.
I got your letter. I am William Wheaton.
Ah, it's you. Yes, well, now we'll see if the stories about you are true.
Would you like to play a little
group
game?
Of bandits in my hold that I may have had a few discreet dealings with.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
The cut they were giving me was good at first, but now it's time to clean things up. Go and take care of it.
It will be done.
Good.
Does your inexperience make your job difficult? I could ask him. I'm not going to try to get on his bad side.
Spare no one.
Yeah, certainly. Okay, so he's given me a task. Now, prior to Hearthfire, you could not become a Thane in Falkreath. Now, this is why I said just a second ago that it kind of worries me that I got this letter. I'm really hoping that there won't be, like, a single plot of land that I can buy. I would kind of like to see different various plots of land. I don't know, just like all over the place, you know? But I'm kind of starting to think that that may not be the case, that I may get one plot of land and then, of course, I'll get the chance to build a house on it. Oh man, that's not close to anything, is it? This is going to take me forever to get over to. Oh, joy. So, I believe I will have to, oh yeah, and this character is a vampire already. I am going through the vampire storyline. I'll eventually pick up the vampire side quests again, somewhere around where I left off, hopefully right where I left off, and detail the rest of those. And then I'll probably cure this character of vampirism, because it's kind of a pain. I may, I don't know, I may try to grind out Vampire Lord perks, the drain and whatnot, on as many foes as possible, but that may also take a long time, and I'm actually planning on picking up Dishonored, and probably doing some videos on it, so I probably won't go real in depth with it, and I'll keep some Skyrim content going, but it's gonna cut into my time of doing Skyrim, and so I don't know, I may not be able to fill out my to-do list. Let's go ahead and save you some time and cut straight to the bandits. I may have found it. I had to take no less than 3 frostbolts to my horse's hindquarters to make my way over here. Oh, Jesus. That's not going to be good. I probably should have got into this character's perks before getting this deep into planning. But I guess you'll get to see a little taste of combat before I even describe anything. So I'm not going to say anything crazy like this character's been easy. By no means is that the case. This has actually been the hardest character I've ever played. But I've done a real specific perk spread with him that I think will make him as powerful as possible later in the game. But kind of made him difficult to play early in the game. And kind of specifically right here. Bilge Gulch, Bile Gulch. Ooh, that's even worse than Bilge. Bile Gulch. Ooh. Bile is like body waste. Like puke is considered bile, as well as fecal matter. Bile Gulch has some, I don't know, very negative implications. Okay, so, while I don't have anybody trying to kill me, let's touch on this real quick. I was really hoping I could, like, I don't know, purchase a plot of land and, like, maybe start seeing options before I got into this. But that doesn't look like it's going to be the case. Of course, my health and my stamina are reduced right now because I'm a vampire out in the daylight. And I'm quite a tough vampire, a hungry vampire, I should say, right at the moment, too. My magic is down a little bit, too, but overall I've got more bonuses to it, bringing it up some still, so it shows green. Okay, so you can start to see already what I mean by using a kind of crazy perk setup. In every tree, I have totally neglected all of the Magicka reduction perks. For, you saw the illusion ones, I haven't gotten any of the perks of such for conjuration, for destruction. Haven't gotten any of these, haven't gotten any of those for restoration. Of course, that is with exception to the very first one, because you have to get it to branch off to any perk in the tree. So you see the skills that I'm using the most here. My enchanting's 100. Actually, let me go ahead and explain. So the only thing I've done with this character to cheat is I've given him gold, and you can see he's sitting on a ton of gold right now. I've done it a couple different times. I've given him huge chunks of gold using console commands, using this little buddy right here. I think it's like F. It's like add item player F. I don't know, like 1000. Is that right? Is that how it goes? I don't know. I think I typed something wrong. Oh well. You can look console commands up easy enough. So I've given this character gold, and then I've just been real cheesy with it. Every level I'm skilling up 5 times by trainers. Even when I'm getting my, destruction up to like 85, I'm still finding the master trainer and training 5 times, even though it's like 5,000 gold a pop. Still doing that, leveled up really quickly. I've been buying soul gems with souls in them off every merchant I ever come across. That's what allowed me to just slam my enchanting out really quick. I've also got the conjuration perks for the bound weapon, which helped my enchanting a lot, because one of the perks allows your bound weapons to cast soul traps. So anytime I've had a black soul gem, and I've been buying grand, black, all the way down to common soul gems every time I find them as well, empty ones at least, and filling them using that, which let me get all of your primary perks in enchanting. This middle tree is the only one that affects most of your enchants. The left side only affects weapon enchants, and then the right side only affects recharging using soul gems. Actually, I guess this one affects your charge, not necessarily recharging soul gems, but it just makes your weapon trap souls to recharge itself. Since I'm using bound weapons, I likely won't ever get that. I don't think I've had any character that's gotten the outsides of enchanting, just that middle one. It affects things like weapon skills, magic, health, I don't know, armor skills, all that good stuff. And then in restoration, I'm not high enough level with it yet, but I will eventually be getting Necromage, because at least right now I'm a vampire. I've gotten Respite. Respite is awesome. I just need to demo this because it is so awesome. I underestimated Respite, so especially being a vampire, I'm running around, I'm getting from place to place real quick, but my stamina's running out super fast. It's lower than normal anyway, and when it runs out as a vampire, it's daytime. It won't regenerate. No more stamina for me. I get to run around tired. My bar's going to flash at me. I'm going to breathe heavy, but not with Respite. I can just toss one little heal on myself. One heal, full bar. Now check it out. The heal that I'm using, I think, is the Adept level, I think. Let's see. This. No. These icons mess me up. This is Restoration. Fast healing, the Apprentice level healing spell. So not even the Adept level. Let me go down to your lowest level Novice healing spell, just so I can show what Respite does. Now note that my stamina is sitting at a whopping 70 right now, so of course that's going to make this bar look like it comes back extra fast. But watch how fast healing brings the stamina bar up. I mean, that is crazy fast. That is awesome. It's not doing crap to my health. It is just ripping apart my stamina. It's just giving me everything in stamina. And that is pretty sweet. Now you can see, you know, I've got a couple destruction perks. I'm actually going up the lightning tree just because what I plan on doing, I don't think magic is going to matter by the end. But as of right now, destruction is a really terrible way for me to do anything. So I don't have the dual shock, the dual casting, or impact. I probably will eventually get these because they're so overpowered. But to use those, I have to not use a conjured weapon because you have to use both hands. So I haven't been using those at all. Eventually I'll go all the way up the shock tree. As of right now though, I just occasionally use some lightning just for some damage while I set back and don't take hits. Because as you can see, I am still a little bit squishy. I don't take hits the best. Now what's really great about this bound weapon spellcaster kind of style is that I can use the crap out of my stamina. I don't have them right now, but I will eventually get the perks for power attacks because I can use power attacks like mad. Because I can bring all of my stamina right back with Respite, which is really cool. I can also use Muffle, and I've got the perk that allows one-handed weapons to... Here, let me go show you. Let me just stop trying to recall it right off the top of my head now that I've killed this guy. I've got the perk, way over here, that allows one-handed weapons to do 6 times damage when you're sneaking up on somebody. And of course I had to get one perk there just to get it. Since I can't conjure a dagger, I'm not going to be coming all the way up here because I'm going to use conjured weapons pretty much throughout. I might eventually come up here though and start using archery. I don't know. Honestly, that would just be to continue leveling up, just because I'll eventually have all these skills that I'm using now maxed out. Now you can also see that I'm pretty heavy into heavy armor. I've started even going up this other side of the tree. I don't necessarily know that I'm going to like this other side of the tree, but less stagger, all kinds of armor bonuses, chance to reflect melee damage. I'm in combat a lot, so it seems like some of that makes sense. I've gotten this side. I don't like this one, and I don't really like this one. These are 2 perks that are kind of wasted, but this is huge. Weighs nothing and doesn't slow you down when worn. Since I'm not investing in stamina, I'm not getting carry weight bonuses. I don't want to have to itemize for carry weight, so not having my heavy armor weigh anything is huge. That is absolutely enormous. And then smithing so that I can improve my stuff. I just got it high enough to get that arcane blacksmith perk. And then illusion, I'm still kind of bad at whipping this out as often as I should, but I've got quiet casting, which allows me to pull my sword out and cast muffle on myself without attracting attention. And then I'm slowly building into allowing all of my illusion spells to work on higher level opponents. I think Rage will actually be the most useful one, just because Frenzy spells, I think that includes Fury. Fury is technically a Frenzy type spell, and right now it doesn't work on very high opponents at all. I often can't use Fury. Now you'll note I am level 43, so most of the opponents I'm fighting are pretty high level. But this one then especially, once I use that, I'll be able to use them in almost all of the fights that I get in, and that's going to be huge. That's where I think illusion will really pick up and really become useful. As of right now, it's a little bit of a novelty, but I do get it in pretty often. Honestly, I use courage a lot on Lydia. I use a whole lot of increasing her hit points and stamina, because I pretty often get really close to allowing her to die. Now using Fury right here isn't going to do anything because there's only one target, but you'll see it did actually work on him, and I do get illusion skill for that. It's just that this guy's not going to attack anybody but me anyway, so Fury doesn't matter. Now I could, I suppose, I really don't use this one often at all. Actually, I don't have Calm. How do I not have Calm? That's ridiculous. That's why I don't use it very often, because I don't even have it with this character yet. I definitely need to get Calm. Calm I actually have the perk for, so it would work on a lot of targets, a lot of these bandits. Eventually automatons and undead, that's going to be awesome. I'll probably become a huge fan of illusion once I hit that point. Quiet casting is pretty nice. I can actually, come on, give me that gold. I can actually, I can get a lightning bolt off a lot of the times and not be detected. I can stay hidden, especially now that I've become a vampire, with the extra ability to sneak. With that vampiric extra ability to sneak, I can only imagine it's going to be even easier for me to... I expect to see an enemy, like right here. Right here, somewheres. Ooh, an expert chest. You know what, I'm going to skip it just for time. Just for time's sake. Big, magnificent looking chest. Let's see. Yeah, I was right in front of him, so of course he's going to pick it up pretty quick. And a bandit chief. I don't have even like Frost Atronach yet. I need to get that Frost Atronach pretty soon because I've got the Conjuration for it. I've got the Magicka for it, even though spells are incredibly expensive on Magicka. Oh my god, he killed me really fast. So let's go medieval on him this time. Matter of fact, I'm even going to put one of these on before I start this fight. That is the lightning shield. I've been using it a lot too. It's actually a great way to get good use out of destruction, at least out of the Magicka that you spend, because it does good damage. It's just that people have to be right upon you. Well, since I've got heavy armor, and since I use a since I use a melee weapon anyway, people are often right on top of me. Yeah, wow, this Vampire Lord form is so overpowered. It's pretty ridiculous. So that was the last bandit. I wonder if we can get back, and I wonder if we can get started on acquiring a house. You know what? I just realized something, and wow, I'm stupid. To introduce my character, I took his helmet off to show his face, and I didn't put it back on. I guess I could show you my itemization right now. This is not the itemization I expect to be the most useful for this type of character, but it's something I'm just toying around with right at the moment. So you'll notice that a lot of my stuff has extra maximum magicka and then extra magicka regeneration. Some things have little odd bits just where I didn't have the enchant for magicka regeneration. I still don't have all the enchants quite yet, even though my skill's really high. I haven't run into a crap ton of items to get all the different enchants yet. But as of right now, I'm trying to see if I can just get my overall magicka pool and my magicka regeneration so high that I can cast any of my spells and I get my magicka back super fast anyway. And you'll notice that since I don't have any of those perks, any of my spells that are above novice level, like an adept spell that's 86 magicka, that's huge. I only have like 400. I can cast like 4 of those. You'll notice the novice is like 4 mana, but it instantly quadruples and more even the second you even go up to apprentice. Let's see, what's one of my higher? I guess Conjuration is one of my highest. Apprentice level 107. I guess I could be using this Flame Atronach. It just dies so fast, it's not funny. Lightning Cloak, though, I make good use of it. You can see 269 magicka cost. That is absolutely huge. Interesting that Vampiric Drain is technically a destruction spell. I bet that means it's affected by my destruction perks. Actually, I don't know what perks would really affect it. So there was the bandit, and there's at least the skinny on how I'm playing this character. And you guys have seen some of the difficulties. I got pretty quickly taken out by that bandit chief just by having him get 2 attacks off on me. The second one was a fatality that I couldn't even escape. Alright, so I've done away with Sid Gear's little bandit problem, and if he makes me a Thane right now, this is going to be by far the easiest Thanehood to obtain. And apparently it's going to be one of the most rewarding.
Someone used. Yes. What is it that you want?
I've killed the bandit leader at Bile Gulch Mine.
Teach them to stop paying me.
They stopped altogether,
you
idiots.
Deserve a reward for your service. You know what?
1,500 gold.
You.
Nice.
You're not afraid to get your hands dirty. I hereby grant you permission to purchase property in Falkreath Hold. Talk to my steward if you're interested.
Purchase property. Is there anything else you need, my Jarl?
There is room in my court for a new Thane.
Oh.
It's an honorary title mainly, but there are a few perks someone like you could make use of.
Yes.
However, I could only grant the title to someone who's
here we
known
go.
throughout my hold.
This is your average
You
Thanehood.
help my people, and I'll make you my Thane.
It would be an honor.
On your way then.
So it's nice that he'll
Come
let
and
me
see
buy
me again
property
sometime.
before making me assist his people. So now if I help 3 citizens throughout the town, then I'll be able to. I wonder if these are... take. I don't see steal. Well, I guess on some of these. I will take the ones that say take. And apparently I will get my block increased a little bit. I was using block pretty early on with this character. You saw that it just leveled up to 43 there. I used a shield for a long time and was using a spell in my right hand. I just stuck to that early lightning spell, the one that I'm using now. The apprentice level projectile spell. I used that a lot really early, which gave me all kinds of magical problems, which had me in battle with people, blocking with the shield, trying to stay alive, running around a lot. Let's see, he said talk to his steward, didn't he? I would think that his steward is here, inside the longhouse, so I don't know why I ran out. I got all mixed up. I didn't know what to do. Couldn't handle it. Helvard, I'm guessing this is his house Carl. Who is this?
I'm the steward here.
Ninja.
I served under Jarl Sidgeir and Jarl Dengir before him.
Oh, Jarl Dengir.
Sidgeir can sometimes act too quickly, but he does listen to Helvard and I.
Good. I'd like to purchase a house.
There's no house available, but I could sell you a fine piece of land where you could build your own house.
I'll take it for 5,000 gold. Note that that is how much Breezeholm costs inside Whiterun.
You won't regret it. Here's the
Landowner achievement. Lakeview Manor Charter added.
Then north at the crossroads.
Huh.
Turn left just past Pine Watch.
Just past Pine Watch. That's a ways away, isn't there? Alright. So, apparently now I have a plot of land. I wonder if I can do all the construction out there. Let me see. Ooh, Lakeview Manor. Visit your new property in Falkreath Hold. Let me see what this this charter's all about. Sidgeir, Jarl of Falkreath, to William Wheaton, his loyal friend, grant of the steading of Lakeview Manor, on the south shore of Lake Ilinalta, east of Falkreath, witnessed by Ninja, steward to Jarl Sidgeir, for Hearthfire, 201. Ooh, that's actually for Hearthfire. Is this called Hearthfire? I think this is called Hearthfire. So let's see. I don't think I have anything. That's not too far. Let's go to the Guardian Stones, and let us hope that my horse travels with me. It appears that he does. Of course, I'm using the Mage Stone. I guess I forgot to mention what stone I'm using. I'm using more magic skills than anything else by far. I'm using like 3 regularly in combat and another, well, I guess 4 counting restoration. And then another 1 just on my gear enchanting. So leveling that up would be the most important thing to me. I believe my marker is set right, and I'm about to get attacked by a bear. That may not be a good thing. Oh god, the bear's right there too. Oh, horsey, don't get too scared now. We'll be fine if you just keep on trucking. Just keep on trucking. Do this mountain climbing there, little horsey. It's almost like the horse's origin is larger than yours, so they can mountain climb a lot better. What is this? This reminds me of Minecraft. Look at that. It's just a... Hold on. Let me get off the horse. If I have to, let me kill a bear. I'm not going to have a bear out in the woods near my house terrorizing me. Crapping in my crops, pooping in my garden. I ain't going to have it. Oh. Lydia's all about it. Let's see here. I wish I had calm. Why don't I have calm? That's ridiculous that I don't have calm. Let's go ahead and use that stamina. Oh, he didn't like that. He's instantly checking out who's getting him from the behind. Oh, did I just shock my horse? Hey, horsey, I'm sorry. You should probably run off. I'm kind of careless with my lightning magic. Shocking, I know. Let's see how many bad puns I can come up with using electricity for. Okay, so over here we have a workbench. You can craft this by putting 4 wooden planks in a square, and you're crafting the Beginner's Guide to Homesteading. There's an anvil, there's a drafting table, and there's a chest. I have clay. This must be new. I have corundum ingots, iron ingots, and quarried stone. Wow. Interesting. I'm going to read the book, I think. Let's see, how long is this? This looks somewhat long. Okay, well, I think I'm going to go ahead and read this just because this is going to be kind of substantial to the content of Hearthfire. Hearthfire is kind of roleplay oriented, so if you don't want to hear me reading, then oof, don't watch my future Hearthfire videos. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know that there will be a whole lot of future Hearthfire videos. So, if you're like most people, you've always dreamed of owning your own steading and building your own home, but where to start? Never fear, you hold in your hands the guide to everything you need to know. Before long, you'll be gazing complacently across your well-tended lands, from the porch of your own manor house. Getting started, there are 2 vital pieces of equipment that prospective homeowner needs. The drafting table and the carpenter's workbench. Your drafting table is where you'll lay out the plans for each stage of your new house. Don't worry about making a mistake here. You can always change your mind and making a new plan costs you nothing. Remember, measure twice and cut once. Your carpenter's workbench is where you'll do the actual construction. Once you've settled on a plan at the drafting table, you can start building your house at the carpenter's workbench. Avoid the common beginner's mistake. Don't try to build the roof without building the proper supports first. Oh my god, I think I'm going to have to try to build the roof without building the supports. That would be hilarious if the roof actually appeared up in the air and then just fell down and broke. Space for the family. If you have a spouse or children, you'll certainly want to get the house in a livable state as soon as possible. Your loving spouse will no doubt make do with nothing more than a roof over her head and a bed to sleep in. But what about the children? Don't worry. All they need is a bed and a chest or dresser to store their treasures, and they will be perfectly content. Building materials. You will need a lot of supplies to complete your house, but it isn't necessary to gather everything you need ahead of time. Unless you're in a hurry, you can just build in stages as materials become available. You'll enjoy watching your home progress from dream to reality. The most common materials you'll need are sawn logs, cut stone, and clay, I think all of which I have in this chest. Luckily, these are plentiful in Skyrim. In fact, most building sites will have one or more easily accessible sources of clay and stone. For sawn lumber, any lumber mill owner will be glad to sell and deliver as much as you need. Deliver even, that's awesome. They'll actually bring it to me. You'll need a lot of nails. Fortunately, even a novice blacksmith will soon find themselves turning iron into nails with ease. When you turn to furnishing your completed house, you'll need a much wider variety of materials. Some of them, such as straw and glass, are commonly obtained from general goods stores. For the rest, the whole of Skyrim will become your general store. Hiring a steward. Oh my god, you can get a steward. I had no idea. Once your estate is well established, you may wish to consider hiring a steward to help manage your affairs. A good steward can be invaluable, from hiring a carriage driver to buying a cow to keeping you supplied with building materials, freeing you to enjoy the fruits of your labors and to build more labors, or more fruits, I guess. Before hiring a steward, it's advisable to bring a potential candidate to your manor and observe whether they are a good fit for your requirements. I wonder what that means. You can turn followers into stewards, I'm guessing? Are some going to react badly to it? What? Remember, you're putting your entire estate into their hands. You need someone you can trust implicitly. Building your house. The rest of this guide will review plans for each room that you might want to build. Oh wow, small house? Before you get too ambitious, gain confidence by building this tidy cottage. It is the perfect starter home and might turn out to be all you need. But don't worry, if you decide to keep building, you can remodel this into an entryway to the rest of your house. Wow, I actually like that idea. You can start with just one room and then make it huge. A main hall. You know what? Upon seeing this next thing, I'm not sure how much I do like that. Because it's just going to be componential. It's not like I can make a room of whatever size I like, put my own walls in it, and make my own little cubby holes and whatnot. I can basically just keep adding features, almost just like their regular houses work. I hope this is much more customizable than that. Main hall. You may decide the small house is not enough. Perhaps you need room for a growing family? The next step is to add a main hall, which will turn your cottage into an imposing manor house. 2 floors, including space for 2 small bedrooms, a back room, and a large dining area. Additions. Once you've built a main hall, your options become almost unlimited. I like to hear that. You now have room to add 3 more additional wings. I don't like to hear that. If you decide you still need more space, I hope you can add more floors. For each wing, you have 3 choices of what to build, giving a total of 9 possible. Oh, come on now. But remember, you can only build 3 of them, so choose wisely. 9 possible? That's not endless. What? West Wing. Ha ha ha. Bedrooms. The bedroom edition is perfect if you have a family who needs more comfortable living quarters than the main hall affords. The bedroom has space for a master bedroom plus 2 children's beds. Wow, you can have multiple children. As well as all the dressers, wardrobes, etc. that anyone could desire. This edition also includes a spacious exterior porch. I actually kind of like the way the porch looks anyway. Although I don't like that I can't, I just want to put a porch against some wall. I don't want it to tell me that this wing comes with a porch. I want to be able to put a porch wherever I want one. I want to be able to have a 3rd floor that has a porch that stands out way over all the rest of the house. West Wing greenhouse. Perhaps you are a gardener at heart? If so, the greenhouse... Oh, these have to go on the west wing? Alright, hold on. There's 9 of these. I'm just going to start... I mean, it's pretty obvious. What's a greenhouse? It's for alchemy reagents. West Wing, Enchanter's Tower. Go figure what that's for. North Wing, storage room. Okay, it's a bunch of chests. North Wing, trophy room. Some plaques. North Wing, alchemy laboratory. East Wing, armory. East Wing, kitchen. East Wing, library. And that's going to be it. So there's an east, a west, and a north wing. And you have to make a choice. So if I want an armory, I can't have a library or a kitchen. If I want to have an alchemy laboratory, I can't have a trophy room or a storage room. If I want to have an enchanter's tower, I can't have a greenhouse or bedrooms. Oh. Okay, you know what? Let's take the book. Let's see. You cannot use this while in combat. What? What? Find me, Lydia. Who is it? Where are they? I don't see a red dot anywhere. Are you sure I'm in combat? I really don't think I'm in combat. Are you wrong? Ah, here we go. Miscellaneous. Okay. What do we have? A small house layout. So I have to start here. It doesn't require anything. Oh yeah, that's right. Drafting plans doesn't require anything. Use the carpenter's workbench to build the foundation of your house. I'm guessing that I'm probably going to need all this stuff. Is this heavy? Oh, the weight is very little, although you do have to have a lot of them, apparently. I did just pick up something over 60 pounds. House. A house foundation requires 20 sawn logs. No, I'm sorry. It requires a sawn log, and I have 20 of those. It requires 10 quarried stone, and I have 30 of those. And then a house wall framing requires 6 and 10 nails. I guess I'm going to have to make some nails. Okay, apparently I have a house foundation. This is kind of weird. Maybe it'll be kind of neat putting together the different pieces of the house. I don't know. We're going to have to see here. Oh, building materials. Nice. A hinge. That's cool. Iron fittings. A lock. Nails. 10. 1 iron ingot turns into 10 nails. I'm going to do that twice because I know just that one item required 10 nails. So now I've got 20 nails. Let's see what I can do with a foundation and a house wall framing. House walls uses 8 more nails, 4 clay, 2 sawn logs. Then the floor, the roof framing. I can't even choose different types of flooring. I can't really choose what the outside of the house looks like. What? Okay, let's do the roof framing. Let's do the floor. What do I need? I need more nails. I've only got 2. I need 10. I only need 1 more sawn log. Huh. I don't know how I'm feeling about this. I can't make my decision until I've explored, I don't know, like the spouse options, the steward, the kid. This was really cheap downloadable content. It was only $4.99. That is incredibly cheap. Iron fittings, a lock, and 2 hinges. I might not have enough iron for all of that. I only have a few more pieces on me. Iron fittings takes an iron ingot. I need a lock and 2 hinges. This takes 2 iron ingots and a corundum ingot. So I only have 1 more iron. I actually need 2 hinges, and I can only make 1 of them. Oh, you know, that makes... Did that make 2? Yes, that makes 2 hinges with 1 piece of iron. So I just had enough iron, exactly on. So now I can have a door. A garden, a stable, an animal pen, an apiary. What is that, for birds, I think? Armorer workbench, grindstone, smelter. Huh, I wonder if I'll just be able to build up. What is going on over here? Oh my god, it's a unloaded chunk glitch. Wow, I really hope that this doesn't stay. It just looks like a super bad texture. Let me see if I can just like run around the building and get it. No, it's actually over. Oh, there we go. There we go. Texture reloaded. So apparently here we're looking at a small house. And sure enough, that's about what it looks like. It actually looks like it's about the size of Bree's home on just 1 level. Huh. Now we have a workbench inside. Containers. Huh. Furniture. Well, this is interesting. Corner shelf, tall shelf with display case, wall shelves, exterior, wall sconces for some light, a fire pit, a hanging rack, a wall sconces. Okay, so well, I guess as far as placing things on the inside, it's going to be pretty customizable. You know what? I have to make something and place it. I have to see what that's like. An end table, you know what? It'll be good to have a little bit of storage in here. Let's make... What? No. No. It just appears there. I don't get to like go put it over here, you know, or put 2 end tables on either side of a armor rack. I don't get to do anything creative. Oh man, this is not... I guess I do have a chest in here already, so I didn't necessarily need the end table. This is not really turning out how I was hoping. It's not like a free-form essay. It's like a multiple choice. And I don't know. That's weird. So you know, don't let me discourage you. I will definitely do some more videos on this. I'll definitely flesh out my house. I may even try to go mine a bunch of materials. It said something about clay and something else, stone quarry. Okay, sure enough. It said that these were going to be nearby, so I'm sure there's probably some clay somewhere pretty close too. How quickly can I get stone here? 4? Okay, that's pretty quick. I'll be able to pick materials up really quickly. And clay, I'm going to find some clay somewhere nearby. Let me just grab one more of these. Go ahead and pop. Pop. There we go. Let's see if I can locate some clay without running into any dangerous wildlife. Clay I kind of wouldn't expect to be in the side of a mountain. I'd kind of expect... Oh, necromancer doing rituals right out in my backyard. That's fantastic. I wonder if this tree down over here would let me cut wood from it. That would be pretty awesome, I'm not gonna lie. Sawing logs? Sawing logs? I wonder if I had a woodcutter's axe if I'd be able to saw some logs. I don't know. It actually doesn't look like one of those wood chopping places. But it said something about mills would sell me sawn logs or would deliver it, which is an interesting proposition. I'm not finding the clay. I kind of want to... Oh, what's this? This! Mine a clay deposit. Actually, I didn't want to... Yeah, why not? We'll let him do it automatically. 4 clay. Okay, so you get clay in packs of 4 too. That's cool. At least you get it quickly. I'll have to check into the prices of sawn logs, and then honestly, iron isn't super expensive, but it kind of sucks. If you're a blacksmith, you're going to be spending a lot of iron on your house. I guess I should say if you're a leveling blacksmith, you're going to spend a lot of iron on your house. So the creation of this kind of seems like it's going to be somewhat late game. Anyway, I think I'm going to end this video there. So look forward to some more housing shenanigans. By no means am I going to make looking through this stuff a priority. I'm probably going to take this character back to the vampire sideline pretty soon and then try to do the rest of the side quests that I haven't shown yet. But I'll periodically jump back in here and maybe just show progress I've made, or maybe show doing certain things or something. If you have any suggestions or anything specific you want to see, by all means comment. I read every comment that I get on every video. I think I'm a very, very long ways as far as number of subscribers from getting to the point where I can't do that. So by all means, leave a comment, let me know, and I'll see you guys next time. Later.